It's funny, man. I mean, it's perfect for driving lessons, I guess.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
Alright, niggas, we is recording.
Somebody's running thing like
And,
this.
oh yeah, please cut the music. Not that I wasn't enjoying it. I was enjoying it.
Of course.
But
We're
yeah,
rolling, so-
welcome to episode 42 of WAWNRT recording this.
Yes, sir.
And today we're joined by the homie, well, including another homie,
Yes.
Law and Subz.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, G?
Yes, sir.
Welcome,
Yes,
welcome,
sir.
welcome,
Yes,
welcome.
sir, homies.
Yeah.
What's going on? Sorry to leave you hanging.
It's
there,
all
bro.
good. It
Yeah,
happens.
right?
It happens. I was waiting for it, but nah,
You know,
man.
speed
Welcome,
past
welcome,
that,
man.
But yeah,
And
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Of course, bro.
yeah, we're
It's
here.
always a pleasure.
Bro,
It was an honor.
what an album, bro.
Yes, sir.
What
Yeah,
an
yeah.
album.
Thank you.
Actually, before you proceed, sorry. If you're just clocking in, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, and hope you enjoyed this conversation in just about to have with Subz, because he dropped an album recently
sir.
in the
Yes,
first
What
quarter
an
of the
album,
year.
man, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro.
It's just top.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's just top, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Man, I'm gonna try approach
So,
it.
like,
I'm gonna
see,
try approach
with-
it from.
We're doing this again because we're just gassed. You know what it is?
I
Like,
know.
that's the
It's
thing.
just gonna be
We're just
continuous
gassed.
step
Oh,
of
It's
the
like,
type of the
it's, it's
Yeah.
a pleasure, man. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's been a journey, but yeah, it's really dope, man. I'm happy that it's out finally.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think that's like at the top of the list of like everything else. You know.
Yeah,
Everything
that-
else comes after. But yeah, right now I'm just excited that it's out, and I'm happy to hear that the feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah. Everybody that's heard it so far, the people that have
Yeah.
spoken to me about it, actually quite
Yeah.
yeah.
I
they-
mean, you're
they
saying you're
enjoy
glad
it.
it's
They enjoy
finally
it.
out, but like, it's been in the making for a hot minute.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. People that know have been waiting, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people that know have been waiting. So, I've been teasing it for a minute too. Okay, so since you asked, I think the journey probably started 2020, right? Or 2019, I would say.
Right.
So 2019, started working on some music with some friends. And then end of 2019 is when I decided, like, okay,
Yeah.
I think I want to lock it in and do something. You know what I mean? Like, but I need a body of work, whether it's
Yeah.
a project, EP, but something, you know? And then the idea just started building itself from there, you know what I mean? And just also always aspiring to have something like that as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been writing for a long time, you know what I mean? Since I was like 15,
Yeah.
right? So
That's a long time.
yeah. So many influences, right? So, and those influences, that's what they do, right? Like you put out a body of work, and that's how you're, you know, the format of expressing yourself. So I've always wanted to have that. So
Yeah.
finally, now that I've made it, you know, I'm very
Yeah. Was it
Yeah,
always the plan
over the
to
moon,
have
bro.
it like conceptual? Because you're actually saying about the work. Some artists arguably they can put like arguably a playlist or a mixtape, but like
Yeah, no,
Was
it
it
was
always the plan?
definitely intentional to be conceptual.
It sounded very intentional.
Yeah, no,
bro. Like,
definitely intentional. I
every
think
single
as it
time.
was building itself, that's when I was making those decisions, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So it's like someone would send me a beat,
Yeah.
sometimes I'd already have the lyrics, sometimes I'd write to the beat,
yeah.
you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So that's how it was building itself. For example, like Gogo, right, that song. I've had those lyrics
Sleeping
since
Beauty, yeah.
2019, Sleeping
Yeah.
Beauty, right? I've had it since 2019, but it was to a different beat, different
Right.
instrumental.
Okay.
But it was one of them YouTube things, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, nah, I need to own this. This can't be a throwaway. Because
Yeah. Because you don't have rights to it. If
I
you
think
don't know
also it was the first time I wrote something that real to me, you know what I mean? Like on the spot. As soon as I like heard the news, right? Like as soon as I hung
Yeah.
up the phone, I was literally playing beats.
So
while
it's
I was
real
like,
life
you know
events.
what I mean? And yeah, bro. As soon as I hung up the phone, it's just, you know what I mean? The beat literally, it was like next on, on cue and stuff.
Yeah, next on cue, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I just started writing it. I just had it since, and then when finally I came across the instrumental, I was like, yeah, nah, that's the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as Eli Locke sent me that, that's the first thing that
Yeah.
came to my mind. Is like, I found
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And then I just recorded that. So it was building itself in that way. You know what I mean? So the more I keep writing, the more the ideas like, oh, if I'm gonna do this, I need this. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that, I might need this. I might need that, and then just tied it all together, bro. So, but the main thing was to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so to tell the story. So, you know, not to give too much away, you see. So, but yeah.
Yeah,
if
but
you-
we
if
can,
you-
I mean, you can give the title 0161.
Yeah.
Well, 1685 to
We can go on
0161.
a deep
60,
dive here.
yeah, 1685 to 0161, man. That's like, okay, so that was mainly, firstly, it was based on the instrumentals. So, a friend of mine, Kai, producer, you know, he would make beats, I'd record. Eli Locks.
It's Kai in
another friend of mine.
0161.
So Kai Draw Music, man. He's
Yeah.
he's a legend in Manchester, bro. Like he's
Alright.
been making beats for a hot minute. He's
Yeah.
been making music for a long time, and he's been making bangers, bro. Like
Yeah.
So I've been working with Kai. Got introduced to Kai through Flex, who's also featured on the album. And then that's how the relationship kind of started. And then we just started making beats, and then I would rap. And then Eli Locks, my guy from back home, which is 1685, would also send me beats. So Eli Locks is someone I used to, we grew up together, you know what I mean? And we used to rap together, you know, since we were like 7 years old, right? Like, but not rapping since 7, but like I've known him since we was like 7, right? So, but yeah, started the rap thing, hence the last word bender, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of us at some point, you know what I mean?
The last
And
one
then
flying
it's
the
like,
flag.
I'm pretty much, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
came from that when Eli kind of mentioned it, like, bro, you're like the last one. That's pretty much, you know what I mean? He's making
last
beats
Jedi.
now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, so, so hence the title, the last word bender.
Yeah. No,
yeah, man.
that's
So,
it. Because,
yeah.
so I'm assuming, so conceptually, so even production-wise, it was still going back and forth, 1685 to 0161. So
Yes.
throughout the whole project.
Yes, throughout the whole project. So it was Eli Locks and Kydro and my other friends too, like C's, where it was someone
like
I
the
grew up
features,
with
I guess,
too,
yeah.
the features too. You know what I mean? It's guys I went to school with as well. It's very like, it's very close knit. You know what I mean? It's people I know personally. It's people I've spent quite some time around, right?
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah, to have them trust me with their art, with their work is like, you know what I mean? Yeah, because especially someone like Eli Locks who doesn't really release much. You know what I mean? It's an honor. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure, and I'm glad I did it that way because it's also my first full project.
Yeah.
For it to be my friends on the thing is like,
Yeah.
it's
And like, I mean,
Yeah, it's big.
as you're saying, it's your first. Like, what's been the most challenging part in making the project, considering it's been in the making for the best part of 4 years or half a decade?
Bro, losing like stems and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's pretty much that was like the biggest thing I would say. So losing stems, losing files, having to find files, going back to this. Oh, it might be on this old laptop. It might be. You know what I mean? Because it's been 5 years, bro. You know, I was already onto something else. You already know. You know what I mean? So, and then it's like, as soon as I kind of gathered everything, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I think it's ready to go to master and put it out. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So wait, when you're saying lost files, how many tracks did you record? Because the album is 15 tracks.
Bro.
That's a full body. It's not
Bro,
even
I
a EP.
recorded-
Body,
I
like,
recorded-
that's a book.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Yeah.
I recorded probably like 20 songs, bro. Yeah, but in the course of the 5 years, I recorded more than 20 songs. But I think, I'd say for this particular project, I'd say by 2022,
Yeah.
it was pretty much done.
Yeah.
2022,
Okay.
2023, around there. It was pretty much done.
But you're saying this album was done
it was like
back in
done recording
2022.
and everything, but the mastering wasn't really right. So it was just something I kept on the side. I kept trying to pretty much like bring it out, but it would always kind of fail. You know what I mean? Like
if you told me that you had it back in
2021,
I would have been.
bro, I released.
Oh my gosh,
bro.
what?
know.
That's
Yeah, bro, 2021, 2022, I
I'd
released.
be so mad at you. man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then like I think people that knew about the thing were upset about it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be crying. I would be crying.
Put in
They
all this
voiced
work,
that to me.
whatever.
I
They'd be
wouldn't
like,
even
bro,
text you. I'll be
my
sending
friends
you,
would be like,
like-
bro, You record. You put out 2 songs. You promised us a project. You
Bro,
know.
I would send you an angry email. It
Yeah,
would be that
bro.
deep.
But I think
Regards at the end.
Exactly. Not even kind regards. It's deep.
Regards.
As per my last email,
Yeah.
I'm still requesting.
So then, that said, why now then? Or
Yeah, no,
should
I
say,
think,
why
bro,
the 4th?
I think
Why now?
On a spiritual one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to come out, but it didn't, right? And I'm glad it didn't, because at the time, I think it just wasn't ready. You know what I mean? So for me to release it now, especially on the 4th, being that was it's my son's birthday on the 4th, my firstborn.
Oops.
You know what I mean? And this being my first baby musically, you know what I mean? Like it was like, yeah, it's, you know, yeah, it was that simple for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then later on, finding out that Hugh Masegela, who's like a legend. in,
Yeah,
like,
the one
South
on the very
African-
last track.
on
yeah.
the very last song, who was
Home.
like, yeah, on the snippets and stuff. His birthday is also on the 4th, so that,
Yeah, that was a crazy
so when I found that out, I was
coincidence.
like, oh, that's
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's
you
crazy,
know?
yeah.
So that's why, that's why, and I think it was ready as well, man. It was ready. The songs were there, and then obviously I met Slan, met you niggas,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and then
Yeah,
we
man.
kind of just packaged that thing, and you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
bro.
and actually props, man, and thanks because
Come
the
on.
first bar you hear on the album is
Yeah, it had to be that, bro,
Yeah,
because
I didn't
I had
expect
to,
that
I
at
had
all.
to, bro, I had to immortalize this moment because, like I said, it was meant to come out years ago and it didn't, right? And
Yeah.
I was very disheartened about it, and I was so mad. I didn't like listening to this project. Let me say that. Yeah,
Really?
at some point because of that.
Huh?
Yeah, because it was meant to come out and then it didn't, and
Oh,
the
so
way
it's
that
more so
things
you're listening
didn't
with
work out.
coulda beens
Yeah, it
in
was
your
like,
head.
bro, like
I
I've
understand.
missed
Ah,
that
right,
window.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like feeling like that, like, oh man,
No, I
the
understand.
window's gone now. Let me just do some
Yeah.
other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's when I started doing other things, right? Like
Yeah.
musically, but yeah, and then yeah, kind of slowly falling back in love with it, especially when I played it for you niggas, and it
Yeah.
was like, yo, and I was like, okay, actually, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, so that kind of put like the battery in my back to be like, bro, actually, this is some dope shit, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 'cause
it's not something to
it's
throw
like-
away, you
yeah.
know, but just you know, repackage that thing, master it properly.
Sounds
And
like a
give it to the
turning point
people,
for you.
bro.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and give it to the people, bro. Because and I felt like on a story one as well, like it's a good like first offering, right? For anyone that's interested in what we do, what I do musically, and yeah, it's like a good get to know me kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? Like get to know the artist, get to know Subz,
Yeah.
right? Like yeah, it's pretty much loosely based on a lot of first-hand experience type of things, you know what I mean? And
Because, like, I was actually going to say, like, you saying that, it's like, so was it, like, intentional to be bar heavy then at the very start? In
oh,
terms
bro,
of
that's bro, come
revealing
on,
who
come
you
on,
are?
bro. Like that was yeah, because I wanted people to know what they are getting
What you're
ready,
in
what
for.
you're getting ready to hear, right? Like, bro,
Yeah.
if you don't like bars, like you might not like this really, right? Because
Yeah.
because I made sure that every song I tried to sprinkle a little something in there, you know what I mean? Like for people that are into that kind of thing, but I'm into that kind of thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, been rapping for a hot minute, been writing for a minute, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's standard, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's standard procedure. Like I
Yeah.
feel like in rap, in hip hop, when you MCing, like that's standard, bro. You know what I mean? Like you have to have bars, bro. You have to not only have bars, but you have to be saying something, right? Also, because you don't want to be just hitting people with just punchlines all day, but you're not saying
Yeah.
nothing, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's important to kind of find that balance where it's like you're saying something, but you're also doing the thing, right? Like
Yeah.
you're also rapping, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not just playing with
Yeah,
the
because I
people
mean,
and
you're
shit.
saying like I'm being bar heavy and all this and that, but the album is so musical. Like, and the music is just beautiful. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
thank you, man. That yeah, intentional as well, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, cause also it's like, it did kind of take me a while, like the 5 years, like to kind of like find that thing, right? Find the sound, cause like I said, I'd write to something and then I don't like that, change it, don't like that, until I found like, okay, I think this is my pocket, or my voice sits better on this kind of thing, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or all of that.
Yeah.
Also, it's the influence, right? Like it's the influence. I'm into a lot of like, or even just growing up, you know, we used to listen to a lot of underground music. We used to listen to a lot of like different eclectic kind of like palette, right? So Kwaito, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop, right? So it's like all of these influences, right?
Yeah.
But the through line was always like the pen was heavy, right? Whether you're listening to a Kwaito joint, like
Yeah.
what was said
That's a
was
bar,
heavy,
you know, the pen was
right?
heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
That's a bar.
Whatever
The
you're
ink was
listening to,
bleeding.
everything there was like
Yeah.
heavy. Even if it's not heavy, like emotionally or whatever, but just heavy in impact, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, and I feel like that's the through line in all the influences that in my life, you know what I mean, musically.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, did you use a certain template for this album?
Yeah,
Or
I mean-
not necessarily.
I mean, okay, for me, when it comes to rap and hip hop, I know for a lot of people the golden era, or golden age.
Actually, no, before you say that, I should have asked you what's your top 3 albums,
Okay.
hip hop wise.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's
Just
a
to
good
gauge
question.
where.
Just 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
we
good
can leave it at
question.
3. It's 3 too narrow.
That's
I
tough,
mean,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, I know,
3 is
I know.
narrow, but
No, in no particular order, and yes, you might forget some.
Do we have
That's
enough time
understandable.
on the show to
No,
yeah.
we're not going to decipher.
I think
too much.
it'll be recency bias, right?
Yeah.
But I think I'll just go with that because that's what I'm enjoying at the moment, or for the past 5 to 10, right? Years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Nipsey.
What,
his
Victory
last
Lap?
album, Victory Lap.
Oh.
That was a big influence
Okay.
for me. Like, yeah, when that came out, bro,
Yeah, Nipsey's hard. Yeah, Victory Lap.
I think that album, bro, like till today,
Yeah,
when
okay.
it comes on, I don't skip it, right? Like I don't
Yeah.
skip nothing.
Okay.
So that one.
So I can hear the sort of full sound
Yeah,
inspiration
yeah,
from that.
I would
Okay.
say that.
Borderline, I can feel that. I can see
I
that.
would say Mac Miller, Faces,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
Because that's a nice bounce to
That's
it.
it.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think-
Yeah.
I think that's just on a niche. Like that's something I like listening to just when
Yeah.
I'm on my own, on my ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
for
When
real.
I'm doing my
100%.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
like,
headphone
my,
music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that album, bro, changed our lives.
Okay.
Me and my friends, bro. You know, in 2014, I would say. Yeah, bro, like.
No,
that
you can
year-
say the same with us, man.
Yeah,
100%.
no, 100%.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're saying,
Like,
like,
you know what I mean?
dude,
Come
like,
on,
the-
bro,
the-
like,
the-
come
that
on,
was
bro.
the
So
soundtrack.
I
Come
got
on,
that
bro.
for you for
For my birthday, yes, I have. Man, I have
literally,
the
Man.
vinyl.
I,
I've got the
literally,
vinyl
I
for my
randomly
birthday.
I randomly saw it on
Right?
HMV. Like it just
Bro, Faces. Yeah, Faces. 3.
see how tough it is.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was trying to just gauge as to what the templates were in terms of like the making of the
Look at
album.
him, he froze.
Yeah.
He's frozen.
Oh yeah,
He's literally
it's not a
frozen.
glitch.
You've literally hit the pause.
All right, while you do that,
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
thirsty. I need
yes,
a bottle of water. I
actually.
need a
Oh, I
bottle
would
of
love
water.
one.
I would say.
Yeah, what else you got? Do you want one as well? Yeah.
Yes, please. I would say. It's Java.
It's Java. Oh man, you should check him out.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yeah,
Java.
we'll play something, man. He's
Okay.
worked with. I swear he's worked with
Bro,
McLaren as
Java-
well. He's outside.
Java is like, bro, he's a generation, bro. He's a forever, bro. Bro. I can't even
Do
describe.
you know?
him,
I
bro.
could see him in
I
Sleeping
can't-
Beauty.
Bro, I cannot describe.
Oh, for real?
Java, bro.
Yeah, he's like it's kind of that. You
Yeah,
feel
nah,
his
he's
music.
bro. His whole thing is just out of this world.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's
Okay.
for me. He's probably
about to make a huge
probably-
statement.
he's for me now. For me,
Yeah.
like just Subz, right?
Yeah.
He's probably like next to Bob Marley.
Oh, I hear that.
For me,
Yeah, like,
right?
man, his music is so beautiful.
For me,
man.
like-
it just touches you some sort of
not
way.
not
Pause.
and I'm not talking like I'm
Impact
Yeah, I'm
outside.
not talking about like I'm just talking about
How it makes you feel.
how much. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the
Like, bro,
feeling,
like
man,
it's
it's like-
just. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
it
even.
sounds like it's from the ancestors.
I'll just
Oh, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, bro. His music
Like,
is like,
it's just like
bro. His music is a gift, bro. Like, and I
Yeah.
feel like he he taught us that, right? Like,
Yeah, no,
or
I hear
is
that.
teaching us
Hence
that,
why you're
right?
comparing it to like maybe
Knowingly or
Bob
unknowingly.
Marley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's something that a lot of artists that do listen to Java's music know what I'm talking about. Whether they like to admit it or not, right? Whoever listens to that shit, bro. Yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, I think Java Isinamova, his first album,
Yeah.
yeah, changed the game even in South Africa, just the landscape of just like, is it Afro Soul? I would put it. I think it's like Afro Soul, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And he was rapping too. He's a rapper
yeah,
too,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So he's a rapper too. He got bars too, you know? He's just, I don't think he's ever made like a rap album.
Like, how long ago are we talking? Like,
This is like 2014, 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No,
So
no,
just
not even
before-
14, bro. I'd say, yeah, 15, 16 there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
majority of those albums, except for the Nipsey, I'd say came out borderline before he
Nipsey
started
2018.
making. Yeah, before. Okay, yeah, that's true actually. What I'm saying is all of them came out just before he started working on the album.
Yes.
Okay, so there was a
I
lot
think
of inspiration from
yeah,
that,
a
like,
lot
it's-
of inspiration came from those 3
Okay.
albums, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's just in the recent 10 years of my life, 10,
Yeah.
15, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
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 So
If it's 5, there's obviously other albums.
Yeah.
I could add like Good Kid, Mad City. Not even Good Kid, bro. I'd say To Pimp a Butterfly. That's another one, right? If I'm doing a 5, I'd
and
say
that's more
To
so
Pimp a
conceptual
Butterfly.
thing, yeah.
I would say Joey Badass, 1999. Like, yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah,
me,
yeah,
those,
'Cause, like,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
just
that's
on a
fantastic.
hip hop one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
On a hip hop one, and then I would also say, if I'm saying 6 men, right?
While you glitching.
MT's first
All
album.
right, MT's album.
MT's
Because he
first
froze
album.
again. Because I was gonna say, do you know what? Like
MT's first album. MT is another South African artist.
Yeah,
yeah,
Check
no,
him
I've
out.
heard of MT.
Yeah, yeah.
His
I've
first
heard of MT.
album, Avery.
Yeah, and Logan is
Changed
good
the
as
game.
well. And the most recent one that he dropped like early this year, those are good.
Was it Logan or Avery the first one? Yeah, but the first one, guys.
No, Logan's the
yeah.
second, I believe.
Yeah. The second one
But
was
he
also.
keeps dropping. Then he just.
Ah, bro. Even the one he just dropped now.
Yeah, yeah. But
Come
now,
on,
man,
forget
like,
it.
I'm just gonna
yeah.
quickly draw a parallel. You mentioned, did you say Good Kid or which album from Kenny?
Yeah,
To
you said
Pimp a
Good
Butterfly.
To Pimp
Oh,
a
To Pimp a
yeah, To Pimp a
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Yeah,
Do you know
To
what
Pimp a
I'm
Butterfly.
drawing a parallel with? It's the fact that I swear that's an album that Kendrick used. He sampled Tupac sort of interviews and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you went on and
Did a
Hugh.
thing. Yeah, but
Why
I
is that
think
coincidence?
with that, that's like a hip hop thing, right? Like it's just a rap thing. I think a lot of rappers do it, and I think it's it adds to the music, bro. You know what I mean? Like it also it highlights influence, right? It highlights culture, right? So it's one of those things that I think a lot of traditional rappers, right,
Yeah.
do that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just Kendrick, but yeah, Kendrick being the biggest one.
Yeah, the prominent
yeah,
one. that
obviously,
we see,
yeah, the most prominent one, and even influencing me, right? But yeah, a lot of people do it, bro. But yeah, that one was a Mortal Man.
Yeah, Immortal Man. Yeah.
Bro, that song, bro. Come on. But
Okay.
yeah, you could say that.
Okay,
Yeah, you
fair.
could say that, bro.
And so, do you have any personal standout tracks on the album? Because I was thinking of going track by
Home,
track,
definitely Home.
but I'm not sure if we have time for.
Home, definitely Home.
I mean, we are
Yeah,
recording
bro,
at
come on,
home.
we're at the
Funny
crib, bro.
enough. Okay, that's
You
nice.
know? But yeah, Home is definitely Home,
Yeah.
right? Definitely my standout
Where's that?
for me. Just the bars, bro. You know what I mean? The bars.
You wrote this shit.
The bars, bro. What I was saying on the song, you know, like, yeah, definitely a standout right now.
Yeah. What is the point you're trying to get across on Home?
I think with Home, bro, it's kind of like on the nose. You know what I mean? Like it's straight to the point, but lyrically, I try to be as vivid as I could, right? Like, it's like I don't remember who I was watching, but I think I was watching like a documentary about Illmatic, right?
I'm surprised they didn't name that, but hey,
Bro,
I've
come
not
on,
heard.
Illmatic is. I mean, I
It's
haven't
illegal of its own.
listened. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it in a while, so I wouldn't say
For me, it's illegal.
recently. But
Yeah.
it's also one of those that's just
Leave it alone. That's not to be
alien.
compared.
Yeah, that's
Just leave it,
alien,
yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? Like it goes without saying. Yeah, but I think it was a documentary about that, and someone was describing listening to Illmatic, and they were like, you could smell Queensbridge, right? Like
You felt like you were there because you could also hear the trains.
yeah,
like those little
all of that
things.
stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what I tried to do with Home.
Actually, you
I-
did. Not even tried.
Thank you, bro.
You did. So- yeah,
I mean,
sorry,
I
go on.
tried to do that throughout the album, to be fair, but based on time and how I was recording and just, life was lifing. So I didn't get to do exactly what I
Yeah,
wanted to do
yeah.
with this album. Like there's a lot of things I feel like I could have.
You could have went harder.
I should have not could have, but
Okay.
even in the time when I'm recording, right?
Yeah.
I'm recording, I finish it, then I'm like, damn, I should add this. I'm like, I'll come back to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you just you never do. And then when it's
Yeah.
time, now it's like, oh, I think now we're releasing, and it's like, damn, shit,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to add this. I wanted to add this. There's no time now because you've already set a date. Yeah. So it was that kind of thing. But yeah, that's what I
Okay.
tried to do. After hearing that, I was like, damn. I think with most of my projects, I think it's important for me to try and do that as
Yeah. So
as
I'm
much
not
as
being-
possible,
yeah.
right? Like with the pen, like I want you to kind of feel where I'm from, feel what I'm saying, hear what I'm saying, see what I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, that kind of thing. So, yeah,
Okay.
hence it's bar heavy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like
Because there's no
if-
hook on
yeah,
that
if
either.
you're gonna be vivid, you need to find ways to
Paint the picture.
find ways of saying it so that it's felt.
It sticks,
right? Yeah.
Okay.
It has impact. So it's bar heavy because I'm trying to find that. While I'm doing that, I'm trying to find that thing. So it takes a while to find that gem, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Okay.
that's why it was bar heavy as well. you know what I
Okay.
mean?
So
Yeah.
what's the second track?
Moments, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, moments is like
Moments is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a magical
And it features the team.
magical moment.
Yeah. Bro, come on, man.
He's a rapper.
And even the way it happened,
Magical
bro.
moment.
Yeah.
Even the way it happened, man. Like the way it came together, it was just perfect, man. Like
Yeah.
I got the beat. Bro, one take did that shit. Like wow. Sarah needs to be on this. This
Yeah.
was even before I
Yeah,
even,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Because
I already,
you know Sarah too.
you know what I mean? So it's
She-
like I was
yeah.
like, she would kill this. Sent it to her. She sent it right back, bro. I think like in 2-3 days or whatever.
Yeah, in
it
moments.
was done, bro. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And I just sat on that. And then years later,
Like literally, yeah.
literally, bro, years later, you know what I mean? I played that for the homies, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Prince heard that, is like, put me on that, you know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
like,
That's my moment.
word.
Yeah.
And then he sent
Okay.
that thing, bro, lost it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I lost the
Bro.
fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes,
and
that's true.
yeah, trying to recover that, we recovered it, and then yeah,
When you lot
That's
sent
how
that, when you lot,
happened.
when Prince showed me that his version, only to then afterwards say that he lost it.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
I was completely heartbroken.
I
bro.
know,
I'm
same
like,
here.
but why would you do that to me? Why don't you just let me
Like
know?
we
Why
just sent the
don't,
WhatsApp audio.
yeah, why don't you just
Oh,
let me
man,
know when
yeah.
it's done? like,
bro, like,
Yeah.
so I'm
painful.
glad
I'm so
that
glad.
I'm glad it was.
And
Yeah,
to
recovered.
be
man,
fair,
I'm so
funny
glad.
enough,
glad
like
it
I
was
mean, I
recovered.
guess this is inside information, but that was the last minute track. That was the
Yes. That was one of the last minute tracks.
the
Like
last
yeah,
minute
it was
tracks.
like literally
Yeah.
the day before the album went out.
Yeah.
I had what the Valley, Moments,
And Lost Tape. or was it?
Allspark. Who wrote this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple of them.
Yeah.
1685 to I think like
Yeah.
there's 7 of them. Like yeah,
God Home
yeah,
Satisfaction.
yeah. So it was like even for me, I was
Yeah.
hearing them for the
Yeah.
first time, sounding,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know
Did
what
you
I
have
mean?
any
So-
demo-itis from like
What?
sitting with the
Nah,
album.
bro.
Any what?
Demoitis.
It's like sitting with the song or music so much
Like
that it
when you
sounds
change
different.
it.
That's
Yeah.
a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a, yeah.
Yeah, some say. I've
Yeah.
heard it somewhere and
Yeah.
it came out of my
Urban-
mouth.
Urban
Oh, that's every
Dictionary.
planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yes. What was the question?
The question is, did you have any demoitis now that the album is actually out?
No, bro. Like, I think the only time, like I said, is when the album was meant to come out and then it didn't. Broke my heart, was disheartened, didn't like listening to it for a while, but got right back to it. Like after a few months, got over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I never got any demoitis. I always knew what I wanted it to sound like. It was always ready to me. It just
Yeah.
needed mastering. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't
okay.
think I had like moments of like, oh, I want to change this or change that. I just always knew what it was meant to be. It's more like running a marathon.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're gonna run, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you might make it to the finish line. Some people might not make it to the finish line.
Sometimes it's
right?
in ligaments.
Sometimes, yeah. So it's,
Yeah.
so it's one of those things where
My
it's like
knees.
Tender.
that's how I treated the songs. You know what I mean? It's like
My knees.
get on the track, I'm
knees.
running. Sometimes I might finish the race. Sometimes I might not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get tired. Like I'll come back. You know what I mean? Then I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
But
Quick
I
recess.
always knew where
Yeah.
this was going.
At some
what
point,
I wanted
it's
it to
gotta
sound
be fit,
like.
yeah.
All of that was
Okay.
already mapped out in my head. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, what's one take that you want people to take from listening to it now that it's out?
Enjoy that shit, man. Just yeah, bro. Like, just listen to that, bro. Like, just go listen to it, man. Like, it's some dope shit there, bro. Like, yeah, like I took my time with it. I know he said one thing, but you know, go listen to that.
It's
man.
your moment.
You know? Like, yeah, the album is fire, bro. Like, yeah, it's even beyond what I expected, right? Like, once I finished it, I was like, yo, like, what? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah,
bro.
is
like,
this me?
Yeah,
Did I
like,
really say
bro,
that?
like, you know what I mean? If you, come on. I feel like it's one of those where it's like, you might debate sound-wise, like, maybe this is not your style-wise,
preference
but
or whatever, yeah.
but you can't deny the bars, bro. You know what I mean? Like I think like you can't deny the bars, bro. Like
Yeah.
you can say what you want, bro, but yeah. Go listen to that.
Okay.
1685 to 0161, The Last Word Bender, Subz, Figgy Limbos.
Yeah.
Samoa
You know what? This
Part Two.
like this. This was a beautiful place to end it, but I still had questions in my head.
Actually, you can keep going, bro. Yeah,
Nah,
keep going.
because
man,
like
'cause
I think earlier in
definitely.
conversation you mentioned that well, this was not preview to this. I'm not even sure if I should mention it, but you said you draw a lot from dreams in terms of your writing and the music.
Yes, bro.
And I was gonna say, I think you mentioned Sleeping Beauty. I think that was the one that you wrote from
Allspark.
that. All Spark, yes. You mind sharing how that?
I mean, bro. It's,
Not that there's a formula that you can follow.
I mean,
per se,
nah,
but
man.
you know what
I think it's sometimes it's like I might even hear a melody, right? I might even wake up to a melody. I might wake up to like 6 bars that I was rapping in the dream. I was battling somebody, you know what I mean? And I wake up like, oh shit,
Nice.
you know, or
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Or like sometimes I might see something there and I'm like, damn, I might need to.
Oh, so you're telling the story from
yeah,
the thing,
like so it's different.
Yeah.
I draw inspiration from different things, that and also like in real life, of course, right? Things that happen and I see it, I'm like, damn, right? Or yeah, so it's different ways of like skinning the cat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just try
we
to
don't skin any
explore-
cats.
Don't
All
skin
the cats,
no cats.
no cats were skinned.
No cats were harmed in this
As you were.
production. But yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I think what I'm trying to say is these different ways to accomplish the goal, right? The goal being good writing, above all, right?
Yeah.
Trying to tell our stories, right?
Just
As
expression.
melanated people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Also
yeah,
as
yeah.
humans, right?
Yeah.
It's, form of expression. Just doing it at the highest level,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I hear that.
And that takes time, right?
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes work, right? If that's something you're into, which is that's something I'm into, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's like challenging myself to like be better, right?
Yeah.
Like
I gotta be.
Just do better, bro. Like try, put effort in that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like that's me talking to myself, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because spent a good time in my life not putting effort, you know what I mean? So it's one of
You're
those
right,
things
yeah.
where it's like with this, it's like it's one of those things that just never went away.
Yeah.
Right. I've started a lot of things, I've stopped a lot of things, but writing is just one of those things just never went away, right? I just kept doing it, right? Consciously, subconsciously.
No, it's that
whatever.
flow
Yeah.
state.
So it's one of those things where I was like, man, I need to put effort into this, and actually, yeah. So I did that, and this is what came out of it. So I'm happy I made that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
man. On a lighter note.
Plus, also,
Yeah, sure.
another thing, it is a 3-part series. That's an exclusive for y'all. You know what I mean? That was always intentional as well. So, 1685 to 0161 is meant to be a 3-part series. You know what
So
I mean?
the journey continues.
Yeah,
In,
so
in essence.
definitely stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, no. Yeah. What's been your pick? Yeah. You pick one track from the album. What's been your standout?
Oh yeah.
Tell me
yeah.
about the Valley, bro.
Bro, the Valley.
You don't really care much about your name, you know.
Bro.
I mean,
The Valley, bro. Like, I mean, I spent a good part of my life in a place called WAWNRT Valley, right? Also, the Valley is like is meant to be like a metaphor, so to speak, of like the concrete jungle, right? Like the metropolis that we all exist in different parts of the
Boroughs,
world. You know what I mean? And just expressing the reality of that. You know what I mean? Like the reality of the valley, bro. You know what I mean? Like during the day it's beautiful, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's beautiful. You know, blue skies sometimes. You know what I mean?
I remember what we were saying
dark.
earlier. I remember what we were saying earlier today. There was like you were saying there's this sort of juxtaposition between the two worlds that you were in.
Yeah, man. I think generally South Africa is like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, most places are like that. So it's like you'll have suburbia, and then you have ghetto, right? Like Sabab Nekas.
Yeah, a couple of meters away, it's
and
like completely changed.
Some to a street,
Yeah,
right?
it's
like
oh,
highway,
wow.
motorway,
Well,
right? Separating
where
the
am
two.
I?
Yeah, so wrong turn, you in a different, right?
Yeah.
So it's
How the
one of those
turntables.
things where it's like, yeah, that's pretty much my life, right? You know what I mean? That it's like learning how to exist in both not both, but just learning how to exist in different situations and authentically so.
Yeah.
Right? Like without really selling yourself out, without really changing too much of who you are. You know what I mean? But also learning how to, you know what I mean, adjust to situations.
I know that feature.
So
the feature on that
Lissetti,
was
bro.
again. Lissetti. Ooh, he
Lissetti.
was skating on
Zeddy
that.
Simmons album.
Yeah, man, he's the one. Yeah, like he's
cold,
the one,
man.
bro.
He's
Like,
cold.
yeah, he's one of the ones. Bro. He's one of the ones where growing up, coming up, you know what I mean, like school days, like.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
we always
school
told
days?
him like, yo, bro, yeah, man, like went to school together, man. Like, he was a year below, right? But yeah, man. We always knew, like, yo, man. Once he figures it out, it's over for all of
Make
y'all.
way.
Bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I always like try to encourage him. I always try, and he encourages me as well. Like he inspires me actually. I put it like that. You know what I mean? So every time I feel like, ooh, I was barring up here, I send it to him. You know what I mean? Like he's the first person I send it to. Like, yo, you know, well, you think you can?
You think you can
think
step
you
up to
can?
the
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know. So every time I feel like I did that, I sent it to him.
Yeah.
So that's how the Valley happened, and also being that we're from the same parts of the
Valley,
world.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that he would be able to kind of speak to that subject matter. Hence, most of the songs I put him on was that. You know what I mean? Ropes, for example.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said, we went to school together. So,
Yeah.
certain, you know what I mean? So it was one of those things where it's like...
So it's almost like he can somewhat also
No-brainer.
vouch to the stories. that
Yeah,
are
you know
told,
what I
just
mean?
understand.
Not so much as vouch, bro, but just kind of like... same world, so he
Yeah.
understands what I'm talking about.
It's almost like,
not that
I know
not
for
that
sure
other
it'll
people don't,
resonate with
but
him.
it's like, yeah, you know what I mean, like, bro, remember, you know what I mean, or that kind of thing, you know. But yeah, man, he's just dope. But more than anything, he's dope, bro. Him and his brother, bro, Liserizim, Lisechozim, who's on Sleeping Beauty. He sings on
Oh
there.
man, yeah,
So
like
brothers, you know what I mean.
yeah, they
Yeah,
are
bro,
talented in that
talented as-
family, man.
bro, come on,
like
right?
them voices. that-
Yeah, man, and it's like, yeah. So that's it, man. So
Okay.
most of the features too, it's like, if I know you rap, you sing, you do something,
I'll throw you
yeah,
some.
I'll just send something to you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if you
So if you ride with it, you
yeah,
ride.
if you respond and it's dope, we move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes. So that's how I was treating most of these songs. It's like,
Yeah.
I wasn't cherry picking to say, oh, I want Liserizim specifically. Yes, of course, when I'm barring up or whatever. But I was just sending them to whoever I know, bro. If I know you and you rap and I think you're dope, I'll send you something. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh, man, I rap too. If I don't know you like that, but if you know me, I'm just gonna be sending you shit like, yo, I did this yesterday. Do you think
Yeah.
you could? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I'm about like the collaborative spirit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I feel like that's what makes beautiful music,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think hogging ideas and like hogging, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna
that.
use it somewhere
Yeah,
else,
that
yeah.
shit kills, bro. It kills
Yeah.
the music. It
Yeah.
kills. Yeah, it kills the progression of what we do, you
Yeah.
know, just culturally as well. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
that's
Like,
true.
So, yeah, I'm about the collaborative thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, if
Yeah.
you're down, just do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty much.
Has any artist ever made you rewrite your own bars? Because you're just talking about Mercedes saying
Nah,
how
bro.
nice he is. But like, has anyone just the point like, actually, know what? This, no.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
going back in the
Never.
booth.
Never, bro. Like, if you send me something and your verse is already on there,
Yeah.
don't do that, bro. Nah, I'm just saying,
Oh, the Progatocious comes out.
don't do that.
So hungry a second ago.
Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, it's like, I think, because if you do that, then you've set the bar, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my job is to make sure that I hit that
Yeah.
goal and beyond. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but if you're sending me a blank canvas as well,
Be careful.
that's also still the mindset of like, oh, okay,
Just in
I need to
case.
take this as far as I can. You know what I mean? Like, and then
Yeah.
you'll tell me actually. If you tell me
I'm gonna go
this
do
is
too
you
much.
do you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go crazy, right?
Yeah.
But if you tell me like, okay, this is the concept,
Yeah.
do this, don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we're doing, da da da. If
Yeah.
you guide me in that way, then I'll stick to those, you know,
Mm-hmm.
boundaries and you know, agreements about the song. But if you're just giving me a blank canvas and you're saying go, I'm going.
Yeah. Facts.
Actually, speaking of that, so like with the collaboration, sorry, just kind of last couple of moments, did you give boundaries to the artists that you collaborated with, or was it strictly?
yeah, it was. I mean, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm sending you something and I'm already, I already have a verse,
Mm-hmm.
hook, the idea is there. It's like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm there talking about, oh, 2020, this, that, then you get there and you be like, my whip, my, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, yeah, read the room type shit.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know
that
what I
wasn't
mean?
happening.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's just one of them where it's like, Yeah, I didn't give him boundaries as to how to deliver whatever. If I send you a song, the idea is there. Just follow the idea, right? If you, I don't. When I say follow the idea, I mean like if we're talking about a relationship, like write about a relationship, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever kind of relationship, however you want to say it. You know what I mean? If you want to sing it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how to express it,
Yeah.
but I might tell you this is the subject matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes if we're just rapping, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm just send
Yeah.
you a verse and you just match that. You know what I mean? Or do you? But we're just rapping, so then it's no boundaries. But for this project, because it was conceptual, yeah, that was the boundary to say the subject matter is.
Yeah. You think you can hold up, or you think you
Yeah.
can play in the gym?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, because also that was a challenge for me. You know what I mean? Because I was used to like, I'll just write like a 24 bar, you know what I mean, 64 bars, because I know that if I go meet the homies, I need to have enough bars to like, you know what I mean? Go,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I'm kind of used to that formula, or was
Yeah, just in the
trained in
sense
that
of,
way, or
like,
trained
if you go in
myself
the
in that
distance, I
way.
can go the distance.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So, but then when I decided that I want to create a body of work project, obviously now it's like, you know, also because I watch, I kind of study the game, you know what I mean? Not kind of, I do study the game. You know, listening to people like Snoop Dogg when he talks about how he used to be like that. He used to be like, oh, I just want to rap.
Yeah.
And Dre was like, chill. We're making music,
Save your bars,
right?
you're-
Like,
you're-
yeah,
yeah,
we're making
using too
music,
many
like
bars, yeah.
read the room type
Yeah.
shit. So that's how I approached this project. I was
Okay.
like,
Cool.
okay,
Yeah.
I need to make songs.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to make hooks.
'Cause, like,
you know?
I mean-
actually, before this project, there's something else that I worked on prior to this, right? Which didn't come out, or might come out. We'll see, right? But that kind of taught me, like how to. Oh, okay, this is how you make a song.
Yeah,
right?
yes, yeah.
Oh, okay, this is how you stick to the 16
Because that's what I was gonna
bar,
say. Like,
you know what I mean?
for
Like,
a first album, you're quite seasoned in
I
terms of
mean,
music.
yeah, I mean, I did a project, the joint project with one of the homies, right? We did like 8 songs. He pretty much did most of the hooks, all the hooks to be fair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But that
that
watching
where
him
you- like, you
work,
learnt it from?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, watching him work was like, okay, this is dope. Okay, this is how you make a song. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So, yeah, that's when I decided, okay, let me give it a go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then that's how
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
that's how I went on the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no man, it's quite dope.
Amazing,
And like
bro.
bridging the gap between the two. It's
I mean also that is the idea, bro. Like I feel like just culturally as South Africa or Southern Africans, I feel like in Africa we pretty much hold up the rap flag, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for real. So I think it's important to fly that flag, you know. So that's pretty much the idea, bro. You know what I mean? Is to
like that we're here too.
yeah,
you
to
know.
draw the parallels, right? Like and show the show the world that, you know,
Yeah.
we do this too, and
Yeah.
also at a high level, and also, you know, unity, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like just coming together of like through art, through yeah, through culture, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit is
Yeah.
is deep, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's necessary as well,
Yeah,
just in the name of progression, right?
yeah.
Yeah, man. That's where we at
Yeah.
in 2025, bro.
Yeah, because
You
of
know what I mean?
collaboration
Yeah, bro.
breeds community. And
Yeah,
so-
community building, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty much like the idea, is to like, you know, we are a global community now, right? I feel like everybody's everywhere, right? Like the internet has made the world a much smaller place, you know. So
I mean,
think
you're able to make a whole album
with people that are not
in
even
two
here.
different
Yeah,
continents.
so yeah,
And it
exactly.
sounds like you're in the studio with every single
Exactly,
person.
bro.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I think it's important, man, to like, yeah, to build, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let's build, bro. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, let's build, bro.
yeah. All right, no,
that's
man.
pretty much Yeah, that's the idea, bro.
Yeah. No, man. Yo, my next. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, bro.
Niggas,
Much appreciated.
Thank
Much
you for
appreciated.
pulling up. Thank
Yeah.
you for pulling up to the
Yeah,
crib.
bro.
You know.
Good to see
Nah,
you,
man.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And the homie fam, thanks for joining me. Thanks for pulling up, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
glad
for
I-
pulling up. Thanks for pulling up.
I'm just
Yeah,
here, man.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But nah,
I'm just
if
tagging along.
you tuned in thus far, do like, comment, and subscribe. And
Come
that
on.
said, do check out the album. We're probably gonna have some sort of graphic relating to the album, and please do check it out and let us know what you think. And
Please,
but
come
yeah,
on.
all right. Thank you for joining. Peace, love, and wisdom. We out.